4th of December 2017, FAO/WHO Codex Alimentarius Commission, Codex, joint FAO/WHO Food Standards Program, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, Lusaka, Zambia, 5th of July 2002. 1. Introducing Codex Alimentarius Commission. The 4th of December 2017. 1. Introducing Codex Alimentarius Commission. 2. Role of Codex in setting food standards and the SPS agreement implementation. 3. Import/export food control, why rejections. 4. Conclusions. Latin for food law or food code. The 4th of December 2017. Codex Alimentarius. Latin for food law or food code. What is Codex? The Codex Alimentarius Commission. Committees and task forces. Secretariat. The Codex Alimentarius. Standards and residual limits. Code of practices, guidelines and recommendations. 13 volumes. The Codex process. Codex Alimentarius Commission. The 4th of December 2017. Codex Alimentarius Commission. Founded by FAO in 1961. Responsible for the joint FAO/WHO Food Standards Program since 1962. Codex objectives to protect the health of consumers. The 4th of December 2017. Codex objectives to protect the health of consumers, to ensure fair practices in the food trade, to coordinate all food standards work. Codex Alimentarius Commission. The 4th of December 2017. Codex Alimentarius Commission. 167 member countries. Observers from EGOS and INGOS. Establishes its own program of work. Adopts standards, guidelines and other recommendations. Makes recommendations to member governments, FAO and WHO on general food standards matters. The Commission meets every 2 years. Meetings last for 6 days. Rome or Geneva. Meetings last for 6 days. Works in Arabic, Chinese, English, French, and Spanish. From 2001. Codex Alimentarius Commission. First session of the Codex Alimentarius Commission, Rome, October 1963. 120 participants from 30 countries and 16 international organizations. 24th session of the Codex Alimentarius Commission, Geneva, June to July 2001. 608 participants from 104 countries and 63 international organizations. Structure of the Codex Alimentarius Commission. The 4th of December 2017. Structure of the Codex Alimentarius Commission. Management organs of the Commission. The 4th of December 2017. Management organs of the Commission. The Executive Committee. The Regional Coordinating Committees. The Secretariat of the Commission. The Executive Committee. The 4th of December 2017. The Executive Committee. Chairperson. 3 Vice Chairpersons. 7 Regional Representatives, Governments. 6 Regional Coordinators, Observers. The Regional Coordinating Committees. The 4th of December 2017. The Regional Coordinating Committees. 6 Regional Committees. Africa, Asia, Europe, Near East, Latin America and Caribbean, North America and Southwest Pacific. Coordinate activities relevant to the region. Regional Codex Standards. Harmonization. The Secretariat of the Commission. The 4th of December 2017. The Secretariat of the Commission. Administrative support to the Commission. Link with Codex contact points. Coordination with the work of other organs. Located at HQ of FAO, Rome. Acts as a link with Codex contact points of member countries. The 4th of December 2017. The Secretariat. Acts as a link with Codex contact points of member countries. Technical organs of the Commission. The 4th of December 2017. Technical organs of the Commission. 9 general subject committees. Plus 12 commodity committees. 3 ad hoc intergovernmental task forces. The work of the Codex Alimentarius is divided between 2 basic types of committees. The first type comprises those committees which deal with a general subject matter and work horizontally with all commodity committees. There are 8 in total. These committees are responsible for the elaboration of standards, guidelines and other recommendations related to the evaluation of food additives and environmental contaminants, including radioactivity. Codex Committee on Food Additives and Contaminants. The establishment of maximum residual levels for chemicals used in agricultural production. Codex Committees on pesticide residues and veterinary drug residues in foods, and the examination of microbiological organisms and their toxins through the Codex Committee on Food Hygiene. In addition, there are 17 commodity committees. Each works in a vertical manner on the specific food or class of food allotted to them. General subject committees. General Principles, France. Food Additives and Contaminants, Netherlands. Food Labeling, Canada. Food Hygiene, USA. Pesticide Residues, Netherlands. Methods of Analysis and Sampling, Hungary. Food Import and Export Inspection and Certification Systems, Australia. Residues of veterinary drugs in foods, USA. Nutrition and Foods for Special Dietary Uses, Germany. Codex Commodity Committees. Processed Fruits and Vegetables, USA. Fresh Fruits and Vegetables, Mexico. Milk and Milk Products, New Zealand. Fats and Oils, UK. Fish and Fishery Products, Norway. Natural Mineral Waters, Switzerland. Cocoa Products and Chocolate, Switzerland. Sugars, UK. Codex Committees adjourned. Mineral Waters. Cereals, pulses, and legumes. Vegetable proteins. Soups and broths, the 4th of December 2017. Ad hoc Intergovernmental Codex Task Forces, established by the 23rd session of the CAC. Foods derived from biotechnology, Japan, 14 the 17th of March 2000. Animal feeding, Denmark, 13 the 15th of June 2000. Fruit and vegetable juices, Brazil, 18 the 22nd of September 2000. Expert input to Codex committees. The 4th of December 2017. Expert input to Codex committees. Joint FAO/WHO Expert Committee on Food Additives, JECFA. Joint FAO/WHO Meeting on Pesticide Residues, JMPR. Joint FAO/WHO Expert Consultations. Elaboration Procedures. The 4th of December 2017. Elaboration Procedures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Proposed Draft Standard Decision of the Commission. The 4th of December 2017. Decision of the Commission. Proposed Draft Standard. Requests of written comments. Amendments. Session. Adoption as a draft standard. Adoption as a Codex standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uniform. Procedure. 8 steps. Possible omission. The elaboration procedure of Codex standards therefore gives to all member countries 2 opportunities to express their views on the proposed texts, before they are sent to the Commission for adoption. Once on the proposed draft standard, comments at Step 3, and once on the draft standard, comments at Step 6. In addition, a third and ultimate opportunity is given when the draft standard, at Step 8, is considered for adoption at the Commission session. When the Commission meets, any written proposal received from members and interested international organizations for amendments at Step 8 will be considered. Before the Commission meets, each government receives a copy of the texts which will be proposed for adoption at the Commission session. A date is given in the accompanying letter to notify the deadline for sending written proposals on the texts. Setting up a national structure able to provide written comments is therefore a most important step towards an increased contribution to the elaboration of Codex standards. The Commission has two ways to speed up the elaboration of standards when it is considered necessary. The first way is for the Commission to authorize, on the basis of 2/3 majority of votes cast, the omission of 2 steps of the procedure, out of 8, upon recommendation of the subsidiary body entrusted with the elaboration of the text. Accelerated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decision of the Commission, vote. The 4th of December 2017. Accelerated 1. Decision of the Commission, vote. 2. Proposed draft standard. 3. Requests of written comments. 4. Amendments, session. Adoption as a Codex standard. 5. Achievements 237 food standards, 43 codes of practice, 33 guidelines. The 4th of December 2017. Achievements 237 food standards, 43 codes of practice, 33 guidelines, 197 pesticides evaluated, 3,274 limits for pesticides residues, 25 guideline limits for contaminants, 54 veterinary drugs evaluated, 289 limits of veterinary drug residues, 1,300 food additives evaluated. Codex and the SPS Agreement. SPS Agreement important elements. The 4th of December 2017. SPS Agreement important elements. Basic rights. Risk assessment. Harmonization. Equivalence. Transparency. Technical assistance. 38. The 4th of December 2017. SPS Agreement discourages the use of SPS measures as barriers to international trade. Recognizes Codex as a reference on food safety. Codex may be used to settle disputes. Calls for harmonization based on Codex. Implications of SPS on Codex. The 4th of December 2017. Implications of SPS on Codex. Codex focuses on risk-based inspection and certification systems. Inclusion of HACCP in the general principles of food hygiene. Development of import/export food inspection and certification guidelines. Work on risk analysis, risk assessment. Codex reaffirms the role of science in its work. Codex revised its acceptance rules. SPS implications for Codex WTO members. The 4th of December 2017. SPS implications for Codex WTO members. Should base their requirements on Codex. Should become more involved in Codex work. Should harmonize requirements using Codex. Who is responsible for what? Government. Industry. Consumer. Government's responsibility. Protect the public health. Ensure fair practices in the food trade. Legislation. How does government meet its responsibility? Establishment of appropriate legislation and regulations. Communication of food quality and safety requirements to industry. Provision of training to industry to ensure their ability to develop and implement adequate quality assurance programs. Implementation of controls to ensure compliance of industry to national food quality and safety requirements. What is industry's responsibility? To produce safe food of acceptable quality. How does it meet its responsibility? By establishing and maintaining adequate quality assurance programs. How do they meet this responsibility? What's the consumer's responsibility? To inform regulators and industry of their concerns regarding food quality and safety, to follow relevant instructions and appropriate food hygiene measures. How do they meet this responsibility? Through constructive participation of consumer organizations in food standardization work. Through consumer education. Import/export food control. The 4th of December 2017. Import/export food control. Why? Detentions and rejections. FAO Global Import Detention Study. The 4th of December 2017. FAO Global Import Detention Study. Few countries maintained records. Few countries made information available. Imported food requirements were not known. Import requirements were different. Inadequate communications amongst countries. Exporting countries lack control measures. Confusing certificates. Study conducted with the support of the government of Finland. The 4th of December 2017. 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 Import/export food control. Code of Ethics for International Trade in Food, and Principles for Food Import and Export Inspection and Certification. Code of Ethics for International Trade in Food. Principal Objective. To stop exporting countries and exporters from dumping poor quality or unsafe food onto international markets. Currently being revised by the CCGP. Adopted texts, Food Import and Export Inspection and Certification Systems. Guidelines for the Exchange of Information in Food Control Emergency Situations, CAC/19 to 1995. Principles for Food Import and Export Inspection and Certification, CAC/20 to 1995. Guidelines for the Exchange of Information between countries on rejections of imported food, CAC/25 to 1997. Adopted texts, Food Import and Export Inspection and Certification Systems. Guidelines for the design, operation, assessment and accreditation of food import and export inspection and certification systems, CAC/26 to 1997. Guidelines for the development of equivalence agreements regarding food import and export inspection and certification systems, CAC/34 to 1999. Guidelines for the exchange of information between countries on rejections of imported food, CAC/25 to 1997. Provide the basis for structured information exchange on input rejections. Deal only with input rejections caused by failure to comply with importing country requirements. Intended to assist countries to conform with the principles for food import and export inspection and certification, in particular the transparency provisions. Reasons for rejection. Guidelines for the exchange of information between countries on rejections of imported food, Annex. Reasons for rejection. Biological/microbiological contamination, chemical contamination, pesticide or veterinary drug residues, heavy metals, etc. Radionuclide contamination, incorrect or misleading labeling, compositional defect, Non-conformity with food additive requirements. Reasons for rejection. Guidelines for the exchange of information between countries on rejections of imported food, Annex. Reasons for rejection. Organoleptic quality unacceptable. Technical or physical defects. For example, packaging damage. Incomplete or incorrect certification. Does not come from an approved country, region or establishment. Other reasons. Reasons for rejection. Guidelines for the exchange of information between countries on rejections of imported food, Annex. Reasons for rejection. Note, where imported food has been rejected on the basis of sampling or analysis in the importing country, details should be made available on request as to sampling and analytical methods and test results and the identity of the testing laboratory. Conference on International Food Trade Beyond 2011, the 15th of October 1999, Melbourne. General recommendations of the conference. Called upon member governments to strengthen their contributions and participation in Codex work. Called on countries to adhere to the FAO/WHO Code of Ethics for International Trade in Food in order to ensure that food products exported to developing countries meet national and international requirements. Conference on International Food Trade Beyond 2011, the 15th of October 1999, Melbourne. General recommendations of the conference. Governments should clearly acknowledge the role of consumers, producers and their representative bodies in the development of national and international food standards. Governments of member countries should take all necessary steps to apply Codex standards to all imported, exported and domestically produced and traded foods. Future work. Establishing national Codex committees. Involvement in Codex work, meetings, comments. Harmonization of standards with Codex. Cooperation between government, food industries and the consumers. Dedicated research and food. Contact address, joint FAO/WHO Food Standards Program. Food Quality and Standards Service. FAO. Via Delta Indica Cala. 00100 Rome, Italy. Phone +39 06 57051. Fax +39 06 5705.459 Email codex@fao.org. http://www.fao.org/s/es/codex